Hello students, as we are studying about refraction of light, in the previous videos we have discussed about causes of refraction, what is refraction, various laws of refraction, what are the medium in which refraction takes place. As we know that refraction is actually the travelling of light from one medium to another medium, means medium might be transparent. We have learned about denser and rarer medium. Also we have discussed about refractive index and refraction through glass slab, in which we have discussed about the phenomena that is lateral displacement. What is lateral displacement we have discussed in that topic. In this video basically we are here to discuss spherical lenses. As we know that light used to travel from one medium to another medium, then it is known as phenomena refraction of light. So earlier we have discussed about mirror. What is the difference between mirror and lens? Mirror is actually polished on the back side, but lens is transparent, and that's why light used to travel from one medium to another medium. Now, if we go through spherical lenses, actually when there are two spheres like this, there are two spheres such that they are combined together, or half portion of means some portion of one sphere and another portion of the other sphere are attached such that the formation is bulger, means it is bulging outside. This shaded portion is now going to behave as one spherical lens, while if this much portion from this sphere and this much portion from this sphere, if we both cut it and we cut this portion from here and paste it this side and join it like this, another lens is going to be formed which will be bulger inside, and this shaded portion is now going to behave as another type of spherical lens. So how will you define a spherical lens? It is a transparent material bounded by two surfaces of which one or both are spherical. Means if in this we consider these both portions, both of the surfaces are spherical. In this lens also both of the surfaces are spherical. But if one of the surface is spherical like this and another one is plane, this is also said to be means lens. And if you take this type of thing, this is also going to behave as lens. Now basically for experiment, what type of lenses we have to study are number 1 convex lens and number 2 concave lens. These two lenses just we have to study. Concave lens, I have told that it is bulger inside, means it is inner, means thin at the center. It is thin at the center and thick at the edges, while this convex lens is thin at the edge and thick at the center, as you can see in the diagram. So students, now let us discuss about various properties of spherical lenses and rules to draw ray diagram. As you have drawn various types of ray diagram using spherical mirrors, similarly you need to draw various types of ray diagrams using these spherical lenses, that is convex lens and concave lens. I have drawn here already one convex lens and one concave lens. Now one by one I will go through the properties of spherical lenses individually and various terms. as you have already studied with in context to spherical mirror. Similarly, you need to know about the spherical mirror, means various terms that will be used in drawing the ray diagrams using spherical lenses. Firstly, this is a convex lens. I have told you it is also known as biconvex lens. One more name it has, and that is converging lens. That is converging lens. How it is known as converging lens? Let us firstly discuss this convex lens only. If we consider this shape, I have told it is bulb outside, it is thick at the center and thin at the edge. Since all the light rays when passed through these types of lenses such as convex lens, they used to meet at one point. They used to meet at one point, and this point is said to be focus. And this line, if you will consider this line AB, it is a principal axis. So what are the terms I am writing here? First is optical center. Second is principal axis. Third is focus. Same you can write here only focal length. Fourth one is aperture. Fifth one will be center of curvature. And sixth one will be radius of curvature. These all the terms are said to be terms related to spherical lenses. I have already understood these terms in context to spherical mirrors. But here we have to know about all these terms using these lenses. This is convex lens. It is also known as biconvex lens. It is also known as double convex lens as it has both the surfaces spherical towards outside, bulb outside. Means now first property, you go through the first rule and first property is that it is a converging lens, as all the light rays when passed through this type of lens converge to meet at one point. That point is said to be focus. It has actually real focus. This is its second property. Property number one is it is converging lens. Property number two is convex lens always have real focus. Real focus lies on the right side of the lens. You have to remember this thing. Second, if we go through optical center, here the center of this lens through which this principal axis AB is passing through. I am writing here AB. AB is here principal axis. Actually, principal axis is an imaginary axis that is imagined to be passed through the mid of the lens, and the point through which principal axis passes is said to be optical center. Principal axis, optical center I have told, focus I have told, and the focal length if you will go through, since it has real focus is placed or is found to be on the right side. So the distance from O is an optical center to the focus F is said to be focal length. This is said to be focal length denoted by small f. The length between the optical center and focus of any lens is said to be focal length. Next one is aperture. Aperture is the effective diameter of this lens over which refraction can take place. That is said to be aperture. This part to this part, if light will fall on any of the point under this area, refraction is going to take place. So this whole part is going to behave as aperture. Center of curvature. I have told that lenses are part of two spheres. One spherical surface of one lens and another spherical surface of other lens. So this spherical, this sphere is having center C1, this sphere is having center C2. This, if we join this like this, it is going to behave as center of curvature. Lenses have two center of curvature, one on the left side, one on the right side, because one center is of first sphere and another center is of other sphere. So here if we try to draw, just understand it here that if it is an optical center, this is focus, small f. The distance between optical center, or let us consider that if it is such a big type of sphere, its center will be here. So the distance between the optical center to the center of that sphere of which the lens has been taken as a part, or from which sphere we have just cut out the one spherical surface, that is said to be here center of curvature. If we try to draw it, how you will draw? And just try to understand it with big sphere. This is going to be the center of this sphere, and if we draw another sphere, it is said to be center 2. And if we consider like this as a principal axis, then O. Since focus will be here, focus is actually the midpoint between the center of curvature and the optical center. So, or you can say just double of the focus. Focal length is center of curvature, and that is only said to be radius of curvature, and it is actually the twice of focal length. Center of curvature, I hope you all have understood. Again I am telling it. The center of those two spheres of which this lens has been taken as a part. जिस लेंस को बनाने में हमने जिन दो स्फेयर्स से उसके स्फेरिकल सरफेस को कट करके कन्वेक्स लेंस बनाया, उस स्फेयर के सेंटर्स को ही हम क्या बोलते हैं? सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर. These all terms I have told in context to this convex lens. Now if you go through this concave lens, this is concave lens. It is also known as biconcave lens. It is also known as biconcave lens or double concave lens. Its first property is it is diverging lens. Its first property is that it is diverging lens, and it has virtual focus. Virtual focus means focus will be on left side. See, if all the light rays will fall on this lens, how since it is diverging in nature, how they are going to diverge? They will diverge in this manner. They will diverge in this manner. And if we draw a dotted line on left side, it will seem to meet at like this. If we draw one another, it will seem to meet at one point on the principal axis, and that is again said to be focus. Its focus is virtual because it lies on the left side. Means in concave lens, focus will be on the left side and it is said to be virtual focus, while in convex lens, focus will be on right side and it will said to be real focus. These all were same thing will be principal axis, this imaginary axis. This will be the optical center. Its focus is on the left side. Its focal length will be considered as, by sign convention, its focal length will be considered as negative. So third property you can write down here. that focal length of concave lens is negative, means negative f. It has negative f, while this concave lens has positive f. These are the various properties of both the lenses, means both type of spherical lens. First one is convex lens and second one is concave lens. Now if we learn the rules one by one regarding the drawing of spherical means ray diagram, what will be the rules? Just I am telling it in context to one convex lens, because there will be more number of ray diagrams in comparison to concave lens. There will be more number of ray diagrams using convex lens. If it is an optical center, first rule says that, rule number 1 is that if any light ray will pass through this converging lens, convex lens is going to meet at one point, and that is focus. This is only the first rule I have told. Second rule says that if any of the light ray will pass through optical center, if any of the light ray will pass through optical center, will move back with the same optical center, means will retrace its path. Light ray will retrace its path. That was the rule number 2. Third rule is that if any of the light ray will be passing through focus, here also we will have focus 1, this side we will have focus 2, this side we will have 2f1, or same we can consider C1, this side we will have C2 or 2f2. If light ray will pass through focus and then where it will go after refraction, it will be parallel to the principal axis, means just the opposite of rule number 3. They both are opposite to each other. In rule number 1, light ray will pass through principal axis and will move, light ray will be parallel to principal axis, will pass through focus. In rule number 3, if light ray will pass through focus, it will be parallel to the principal axis after refraction. Rule number 2 is, if any light ray will pass through optical center, it will retrace its path back, means it will move from optical center only. These are the 3 rules which we have to use in drawing various types of ray diagrams. You all have to revise these properties and rules again and again to draw various types of ray diagrams. In similar manner, we can also use these rules in the diverging lens, that is concave lens.